Good morning. Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Taft. Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. Good morning.
Good morning, Jen.
How are you?
Good, bro. How
We
you
have a lot to talk about.
We do.
Starting now. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Good.
All right, here we go.
We have a lot on this show, but this one does have a little bit of a different tone as some significant news broke last night involving Antonio Brown, and we're going to get right to it. As first reported by the New York Times, Patriots wide receiver Antonio Brown has been accused of rape by a former trainer. In a lawsuit filed yesterday, the trainer says she was sexually assaulted by Brown on 3 separate occasions between 2017 and 2018. Antonio Brown has denied the allegations, and the Patriots released a statement saying that the team is aware of the allegations. So, Shannon, this is just really coming out. So how should the Patriots and the NFL react to this, as we are reacting to it as well?
These are some very disturbing allegations, Skip. My job today is not to try this case. I'm very unqualified, and I don't think without having more information, we can do that fairly. I think we owe it to AB for him, allow him an opportunity to present his side of the case. And we also owe the accuser an opportunity to present her side of the case. Skip, they're going to be, I think what transpired in Pittsburgh over the last half of the season, I think of how the situation played out in Oakland, there will be some willing to jump to the conclusion that AB is a bad guy and he's more than capable of doing something like this. I don't really think the two mesh, and I'm not here today to try to put these two things together. Skip, there's a read in the question Jenny just asked, what should the NFL do? The question should have been, what should Commissioner Goodell do? Because this is solely on his desk.
It is.
Skip, this is why. See, people like, oh, he's overpaid. He's making $40 million. He get a private jet, lifetime health benefits. This is why those 32 owners gave him the big bucks. It was not to get these TV deal contracts. Skip, look, I'm not saying that's easy, because our parent company, Fox, became a major player once they got NFL football. So I think that's a little easier. These types of decisions is why he makes the big bucks, because this is not easy for him. Skip, I don't envy the position that he's in right now, because I believe equally as I am, Commissioner Goodell is unqualified for this situation. I wish he could pass this off. But he can't. He's the commissioner of the NFL, and is solely on his desk now.
Article 46 says that.
It does. I believe the only way to move forward with this is that the commissioner needs to place Antonio Brown on the commissioner's exempt list. Now, by doing that, Skip, he's going to tick off 2 segments of people. The people that says he's innocent until proven guilty, and if he doesn't do that, there are the people that say, see, I told you, as long as you can throw, catch, kick, or run, you have a home in the NFL. So he's in an unwinnable situation. Damned if he do, damned if he doesn't. But I think moving forward, this is the only way, because it gives both sides an opportunity to present their case. Because I don't know how with this, because Antonio, he's been radioactive over the last couple of weeks, Skip. I don't know how, given the set of circumstances that the allegation that's been brought forth, how they can let him play on Sunday. Now, I don't believe that the Patriots are going to do anything. I think they'll stand down and let the NFL take precedent. Well, considering they have a guy that played Sunday night that's charged with cocaine possession, I know for 100% for certain they're not doing anything. They will leave this in the hands of the NFL. The NFL, I believe, will come. I don't know if it's going to be the next day or two, but I think we'll have a decision by Friday, Skip, on the course of action that the NFL is going to take place when it comes to dealing with Antonio Brown. And I think the best case forward is to put him on the commissioner's exempt list, Skip. He'll still get paid, but it still gives both sides an opportunity to present their case. I believe that is the only way forward. That's the only fair way forward, if there is such a term as fair in a situation like this.
So I echo everything you just said, to the point that today, I'm very glad I'm not sitting in the commissioner's seat. That would be a hot seat today. I'll be the first to say my head hurts because I've read so much about this lawsuit, and I'm out of my league. We are in the opinion business. That's what we do. We debate. But today, I can't conclude an opinion on this because I just don't know enough.
Right.
I know what she alleges. I know what Antonio's attorney responds with, and this is going to come down to, if it ever goes to a jury trial, classic he said, she said, or she said, he said.
Right.
And I have no idea what really transpired. Was it a consensual relationship or not?
Right.
And I can't draw a conclusion off that because I don't know enough to know, and I'm way out of my league in all the legalities that are surrounding this now. So all I know is I agree with what Nancy Armour wrote in her lead to a very good piece that was in USA Today today. And she says, opening line, Antonio Brown hasn't just crashed the NFL's 100th birthday party, he's hijacked it. This whole season, unfortunately, has been too much about the negativity surrounding Antonio in Oakland, and now, unfortunately, as he's joined the New England Patriots and is supposed to have his first practice today. And as I sit back and think about what the commissioner has to do, we're back to Antonio's ironic slogan of business is booming. As far as the commissioner has to be concerned today, Antonio is becoming bad for NFL business. Is that fair to say?
Yep. There's a lot of negativity surrounding this young man.
So much negativity. Over the whole last year, there's been nothing but negativity. And has he become a problem for the NFL to the point that he could be suspended simply for conduct unbecoming? If we look at the whole last year, yes, he could be suspended just for that. And that's independent of this woman's allegations. So if we step back, he does have, the commissioner, what's called an exempt list. And he could just put Antonio on the exempt list, that they could continue to pay him on the exempt list. But how long do you keep in there? This is what boggles my mind, and I don't have the answer. Usually I have an answer, but I don't have an answer for this one because it's now up to the NFL to do its own independent investigation of these claims. And I'm going to assume they're going to start on that maybe today, because she made it clear in her filing, I'm available for the NFL and all agencies. Please come talk to me because I'm here for you. She's not running from what she filed. She's saying, I'm open to anyone interviewing me of any import in this matter, especially she started with the NFL.
And sometimes, Skip, and she feels very comfortable because sometimes they file this under the veil of anonymity. Jane Doe or exhibit, it just goes by acronym. You don't see her, you don't know her name, but she feels very comfortable.
She is Brittany Taylor.
Yes. And she wants that to be known. Okay.
So if you put AB now on the exempt list, how quickly could you, as an NFL, and this would be under Lisa Friel's division, how quickly could you come to a conclusion about which side you take in this case? Do you think there's merit here or not?
Well, Skip, I don't think you can do this quickly. It's not about, well, how soon can Antonio Brown get back to playing? You put him here and you do your due diligence. If it takes you 6 days, if it takes you 60 days, if it takes you 6 months, you leave him there because you want to make sure you have all your facts, because people are very distrusting of the NFL. And as we all know, this is the 100th anniversary of the NFL. You know it because all the logos, the officials, everybody has that 100-year that silver patch somewhere on the jersey or on the officials' hats. So we know this is a big deal for the NFL. And this just fell in the lap because the Patriots says we had no knowledge of this. The NFL said we damn sure had no knowledge of this. But you have knowledge of it now. Skip, I don't believe you can move quickly. This is not about Antonio Brown getting an opportunity to play, because you want fairness on both sides. And if it takes you an extended period of time, as long as you get this right, you have to be able to live with however long it takes.
Okay, so let's do the opposite hypothetical here. What if the NFL just says, business as usual, they make no statement, we're investigating, but Antonio will be allowed to continue to play? What if this eventually does end up going to a jury trial? What if he loses the jury trial and the conclusion of the jury is that he did violate her, that he did sexually assault her.
Right.
Okay.
And
Civil is a smaller burden to prove,
okay,
Skip.
it's smaller burden.
preponderance.
And they award her X dollars for all that she has gone through and continues to go through. How would the NFL look if they had continued to allow him to play? Are we back to a Ray Rice type situation where they moved so slowly on that they looked worse and worse?
Well, what happened, Skip, is that they suspended him, and then the tape came out, and he was getting ready to come back from suspension, and then they suspended him again. Now, he fought it, and he won. The judge says the tape didn't create new evidence, so you can't suspend him after you've already suspended him. So this is why you need to move slowly, Skip, to make sure you get it right. Because once you, the question is, and I think what you're trying to get at, if they put him on this list, they let him he goes back and plays. They have a trial, he loses. Then what do you do? Can you because theoretically, Skip, he's not suspended because when you're suspended, you don't get paid.
Yep.
You put him on this list, he still continues to get paid.
But he can't play.
He can't play.
Okay.
So you want to know what will his punishment be then? This goes to a civil trial. And I guess if the authorities look into it, he might be charged criminally. Who knows? But let's just take